This is New Jersey's Cold Cases from 1962 to 1999. Before we go over the cold cases, please make sure that you're following the channel. You give this video a like and you share it out. It not only helps the channel, but it helps spread awareness on these cases. Also, please forgive me for any names that I may mispronounce. This first case, William Jones, I did do a video on, so if you want to hear more information about his case, you should be able to find the video on my channel or in the cold case playlist. William Jones disappeared from Vinland on December 17, 1962. He was 3 years old. He would now be 65. When he disappeared, he was 3 foot, weighed 30 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 856-696-1212. Jill Rosenthal disappeared from Atlantic City on July 2, 1965. She was 22 months old. She would now be 60. Her height and weight, hair, and eye color was unavailable. Her age progressed photo of 58 was based off of family members. If you have any information, call 609-347-5766. Charlotte Lumis disappeared from Eatonton on September 1st, 1972. She was 14 years old. She would now be 66. She was 5'2" and weighed 115 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 732-389-7649. Jan Jota disappeared from Wall Township on June 26, 1973. She was 19 years old. She would now be 70. She was 5'4" and weighed 125 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 732-449-4500. Margaret Fox disappeared from Burlington on June 24, 1974. She was 14 years old. She would now be 64. She was 5'2" and weighed 105 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 609-386-3300. These next two disappeared together from a home in New Lisbon. David Williams disappeared April 7, 1975. He was 12 years old. He would now be 61. He was 5 foot, weighed 113 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 609-894-4025. Stephen Anderson disappeared with David Williams on the same day, April 7, 1975, from New Lisbon. He was 17 years old. He would now be 66. He was 5'9" and weighed 141 pounds with brown hair and hazel eyes. Again, if you have any information about Stephen or David, call 609-894-4025. Lawrence Rell disappeared from Camden on March 3, 1979. He was 20 years old. He would now be 65. He was 5'5" and weighed 140 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 856-757-7440. Lorraine Herbster disappeared from West Hampton Township on March 9, 1979. She was 17 years old. She would now be 62. She was 5'4" and weighed 125 pounds with brown hair and green eyes. If you have any information, call 609-267-8300. Karen Lynn Zandros disappeared from Bordenton Township on October 23, 1979. She was 16 years old. She would now be 60. She was 5'2" and weighed 97 pounds with brown hair and green eyes. If you have any information, call 609-882-2000. Bonita Sanders disappeared from Atlantic City on September 14, 1986. She was 1 year old. She would now be 39. She was 2 foot and weighed 20 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 609-645-7700. Melissa McGinn disappeared from Trenton on March 6, 1988. She was 7 months old. She would now be 36 years old. She was 2'4" and weighed 16 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 609-989-4144. Curtis McCoy disappeared from Newark on November 18, 1989. He was 2 years old. He would now be 36. He was 1'8" and weighed 25 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 201-733-6123. Mark Heimbach disappeared from Delhaven on November 25, 1991. He was 11 years old. He would now be 43. He was 4 foot, weighed 85 pounds with red hair and blue eyes. If you have any information, call 201-733-6123. Selena MA disappeared from Wellingborough on December 16, 1996. She was 12 years old. She would now be 39. She was 5 foot, weighed 120 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 609-877-2253. Kevin Barthrop disappeared from Elizabeth on June 12, 1999. He was 2 years old. He would now be 26. He was 3 foot, weighed 30 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 908-358-3048. Anastasia Vitsky disappeared from East Brunswick on July 19, 1999. She was 16 years old. She would now be 41. She was 5'3", weighed 140 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information, call 732-390-6900. If you'd like for me to go more in depth on any of these cold cases, let me know in the comments.